very shortly. Colombia's most powerful drug cartel, Clan de Golfo, has officially backed out from peace negotiations with the Colombian government. This decision follows a high-stakes meeting between President Gustavo Petro and Donald Trump, where the two leaders forged a new alliance aimed at crushing top criminal leaders. The cartel walked away from months-long talks, citing the new Petro-Trump pact as a violation of the spirit of Petro's Total Peace initiative. The move signals a collapse of efforts to bring criminal groups to the negotiating table in favor of a more aggressive US-backed enforcement strategy. At the White House, the two presidents agreed to joint military and intelligence actions against Colombian criminal capos who together produced and supply much of the world's cocaine. We are now being joined again by David. Thank you so much for joining us back here. Why did the cartel walk away from peace talks after the Trump Petro agreement?
Well, you have the president of Colombia, who is on the left and Donald Trump doesn't like at all, agreeing with the U.S. they're going to go after the three cartels. And Ivan Mordisco is the head of the biggest, best funded and largest cocaine volume cartel. So of course he and the other two cartel leaders are going to walk away. They're not going to take part in talks where they're being aimed, they're the targets. Now, the U.S. has spent, in the last 26 years, over $100 billion trying to stop the cocaine trade. Colombia produces about 70% of the world's cocaine, and the U.S. is by far the biggest market for that. And this $100 billion war has been such a spectacular failure that the street price of cocaine in small amounts has fallen 75% from 1980 to today, and that's before adjusting for inflation. It is just an enormous fall in price. And if you're trying to block a drug on the streets and it keeps selling in bigger volumes at lower prices, clearly your strategy has failed. But we're seeing the Trump administration say, well, we're going to pursue that strategy more. And now we have a Colombian president who is persuaded to work with us against the cartels. And we should be working against the cartels, but the strategy, the way we've done it for the last, all the way back, frankly, to the late 60s, just hasn't worked.
Yeah. And does stronger US-Colombia cooperation make peace talks with armed groups harder or easier?
Well, we'll have to see. It depends on how they conduct those. Since the end of World War II, basically, there have been far left groups who have tried to take over the Colombian government. They have popular support in some parts of the country. They have certainly harried the various administrations in Colombia for the last 75 years, but they haven't managed to take over the government. And the tensions and the unhappiness about the structure of Colombian society and its oppressive nature are not going away. So I think I'm in no position to draw a judgment about what will happen going forward, but more of the same old is unlikely to change the situation in Colombia.
Thank you so much, David K. Johnston, for joining us here today on NewsX World. The European Parliament has agreed to resume work